I think sometimes we are our own worst enemy. There's a cartoon that I remember from years ago, Pogo, and it says, "We have seen the enemy, and he is us." That's so true. The problem in life sometimes isn't other people, it's ourselves. Romans 7, Paul talks about the struggle of sin, the struggle between law and the sin. And he says in verse 14, he says, "So the trouble is not with the law, for it's spiritual and good. The trouble, the trouble is with me, for I am all too human, a slave to sin. I don't understand myself, and for what I want to do that is right, I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. But I know that if what I am doing is wrong, this shows that I agree with the law that it's good. So I'm not the one doing the wrong, it is the sin living in me that does it." Isn't that the funny paradox of life? I struggle with the walk that I have that, well, in one moment I'm doing great. I'm sailing along and things are wonderful. And the next minute I find myself on the ground. I've tripped myself up over my own feet. And I go, how did I get here? Well, I got here because I didn't see the struggle. I didn't see the trap. I didn't see the hole in the sidewalk, and I find myself in the hole. I don't know how I got there, and well, it takes me forever to get out of that hole. But the interesting thing is that I ultimately realize as I traverse this life that I fall in the hole because I've chosen it. It's what I know. And I've got to choose a new path. I've got to find a different way of doing things. And the problem is that there's this war going on between myself and myself. And I lose sometimes. I know, it sounds funny, doesn't it, that we're fighting ourselves, but we are. We're fighting the different things that are going on inside of us. And, well, some days we win and some days we lose. But the point is not about winning or losing. The point is getting back up and starting again. I realize, like Paul says, that I fight with myself. In fact, I believe that in reality, as Scripture tells us, we're really fighting not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of darkness, because it is that wants to keep me a prisoner to sin, prisoner to the things that I hate, and yet I do anyway. So the battle is spiritual, and I try to fight it in the flesh, and I lose. The answer simply is, Lord, help me in this place that I find myself. Think about that today, would you? Until next time, God bless.